Hey everybody, in this video I'll be discussing the full moon in Capricorn on June the 21st, 2024. Full moons always brings a lot of matters to a head. It can be a lot of emotional reactiveness. And with the full moon in Capricorn, it means that opposite the moon is the sun. And the sun with Venus and Mercury are in Cancer. Cancer can be very emotional, very caring, very moody. And with a full moon during the Cancer period can be an overwrought, emotional, sensitive time. But the Capricorn full moon is keeping the emotions more controlled or more subdued. Now, Capricorn represents the practical, responsible, focus on long-term goals. The themes of a Capricorn full moon are related to all things Capricorn: discipline, structure, ambition to the forefront. Now, the big theme is relationships. And relationships, to some degree, are tested with all relationships, but because a lot of emotional matters come to a head, and it's a separation between the sun, you, the individual, versus others, the moon. This sun in Cancer is aligned with Venus and then Mercury, closest to Venus. So Venus is the planet of love and union, marriage, compromise. Venus is that planet of desire. So to have the sun align with Venus, but then also Mercury. Mercury can just bring up, this is all you're thinking about, this is all you're talking about. This can be very favorable with the full moon, with the cooperative, diplomatic, charming Venus, negotiating Mercury, to really bring any unresolved issues in relationships to a head for some resolution, for some healing. And part of that is because the Sun-Venus is forming a sextile to Mars. Sextile is 60 degrees, it's positive opportunities. The moon, which is the focal point, the full moon in Capricorn, an earth sign, will be trining the Mars. The trining is the best flow of energies. So there is this dynamic energy with the full moon triggering Venus that is going to really test relationships. But with the Venus and the Mercury, you can really talk about it, resolve it. And with the Mars as a real positive outlet for all this dynamic energy, Mars gives the motivation and the drive to move forwards. Now, before I get into more detail, if you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. And if you go into the description box underneath the video, you'll find direct links to book an astrology reading or check out my 2-question offer. So the moon will be at 1 degree of Capricorn. There's 30 degrees in a sign. For the full moon, that means the sun is exact opposite the moon, with the earth in the center, and the sun will be at 1 degree of Cancer. Why am I bringing this up? When the sun, the whole life force and focal point, and it's being really influenced by relational, cooperative Venus, the sun at 1 degree of Cancer is forming a 150-degree angle exactly to Pluto at 1 degree of Aquarius. This 150-degree angle, it's called an inconjunct, I like to broadly say it means you know you have a problem, but you're not quite sure how to handle it, how to resolve it. The sun can represent authority figures, your parents, your bosses, the police. And Pluto is about these more intense, dark energies. But I would see the sun in a difficult angle to the Pluto that will bring up some really strong power struggles in relationships, and it could be in professional relationships, because the sun can represent authority figures. The moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is all this responsible business, practical energies. So these relationships that are being the focal point. Now, the full moon is going to be not just on the 21st, but it's going to be impacting all of us to some degree for 2 weeks until the next new moon that starts a new focal point. So what's happening on the 21st is there's a lot of testing and challenges with personal relationships because of the Venus, professional relationships because the moon's in Capricorn, and powerful Pluto is in a stressful angle to the sun. But back to the Mars. The Mars is in Taurus, as it is every 2 years, and it gives this drive, this really energized, focused energy to not give up, to persevere. So there could be some real challenges personally and professionally, and that could be also with negotiations in business or even in personal relationships. The Mars will really help give the thrust and the drive to bring stability, to bring perseverance. Now, Mars can bring in 2 general areas. Mars can be, it's the masculine, physical, male energy, and it's in harmony with the feminine, relational Venus energies. So this Mars that's in harmony with the full moon can be really awakening sexual, sensual desires. So this full moon could also be bringing up issues in your relationship, but the desire for intimacy and passion could be part of what helps you push you through. The other thing that the Mars is about, this ego drive and perseverance, but it's in harmony with the Venus and the Mercury. So there's a lot of resolution that can occur. On a more basic level, Mars can represent construction, fixing things, repairing things. And yes, repairing your relationships of all kinds. But there could be this great drive and passion in business to accomplish your goals or to really build some new structures. Now, there's a lot of positive energies here, but it's going to take a lot of focus and effort. It's not going to come easily. The signs that will have the most benefit will be the earth signs, because Capricorn's an earth sign. That real positive outlet through ambitious Mars is in Taurus, an earth sign. And the third earth sign is Virgo. The water signs, and water and earth are compatible with each other, and all that Cancer is water. So the other water signs of Pisces and Scorpio will also be impacted in more easier, positive ways. Which leaves us with the fire signs and the air signs. And the fire is, you could say, all that earth of the earthiness of Moon in Capricorn and Mars in Taurus. All that earth could be throwing dirt on your passions and your fire, your passions. The water extinguishes out the fire. So the fire signs are going to find it's more difficult, but with this full moon, excellent with Mars, you have to work harder, but you won't give up, and you'll keep persevering. Also, because Mars is in Taurus, but Mars rules Aries, a fire sign. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now, the air signs, air is very detached, likes a lot of variety, it's very intellectual. That moon in Capricorn is much more pragmatic, realistic, and then it's all trying to find balance with all the Cancer, which is very emotional and very sensitive. And none of that really relates to the air signs, because the air tends to be, well, let's talk about it, let's figure it out. But the Cancer energy is very moody and emotional, and more, incendiary, much more subjective. And that is uncomfortable, or it doesn't mix well with the air signs, which is more objective. And then with the whole full moon, where everything is really coming to a head in earthy Capricorn, earth and air, either the air with all its intellectualizing is drawing out the earth, or the earth, for most of you, the influence will be stronger. So you take earth and you throw it on the air, and it just brings the air back down to earth, and it's feeling more stuck, more frustrated. So those are just how we interpret the basics in astrology with the fire, earth, air, and water. So when I was talking about personal relationships, and the sun is in family-oriented, nurturing Cancer, but aligned with Venus, that planet of love and harmony and cooperation, and it's a full moon, so always testing relationships, that this can certainly really trigger individual personal relationships. But because there's all this Cancer emphasis, this could also be impacting family relationships. So overall, the responsible, practical, more grounded Capricorn full moon, opposing relational Venus and rational Mercury, is going to bring up themes of finding balance, that's the opposition, with your emotional needs, Cancer, and with practical demands, Capricorn. Well, all of this is in harmony with Mars, offering a more grounding force to help you navigate all these challenges productively. Or in other words, you're not giving up. You're going to resolve this one way or the other. So it starts off kind of rough with all this positive potential for bringing a lot of reconciliation in business and personal relationships. I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or sign up for my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.co. That's .co. Until next time, be safe and well.